Some longtime supporters of the Discovery Center say they are alarmed that an effort to shutter the 36-year-old Children's Museum and absorb it into Roberson is being shrouded in secrecy. However, the leadership of both organizations say they are currently doing their due diligence in discussing a possible affiliation and that they're looking forward to engaging stakeholders in the process soon. Both say they're acting out of a great love for the Discovery Center and are trying to preserve its special brand of magic. When the COVID pandemic shut down the Discovery Center in March, it began losing revenue from museum admission and its preschool and after-school programs. Board of Directors Treasurer Zach Staff says an organization that had had some up years and some down years financially in recent times suddenly found itself in a major cash crunch.
Our cash, reserves were, down in the ballpark of $70,000 to $80,000 in cash, and that it was concerning for us because of our payroll here is, relatively high in the scheme of things.
Initially, the Discovery Center had to lay off much of its staff, but was able to bring most of them back with federal payroll protection program funding. But the revenue losses remained. So Executive Director Jessie Stonehey, who took over late last year, reached out to her former employer, the Roberson Museum, about a possible affiliation. Meanwhile, the Discovery Center Foundation, a group tasked with raising funds for the organization, contributed $75,000 for operating expenses. The foundation's board is made up of 16 people, many with long-standing ties to the institution. Secretary Nikki Cordial has been engaged with the Discovery Center for 33 years as a volunteer, donor, partner in art projects, and member of both boards. Cordial says the foundation's board has been left out of the current affiliation discussions.
We haven't been given a role here. No discussion. Just it's been done without any appreciation of all the years and decades of commitment. And it breaks my heart, yes.
In May, Roberson and the Discovery Center enlisted the assistance of the New York Council of Nonprofits. Each organization assembled a 5-person task force to meet weekly to consider various aspects of cooperation. A news release sent out last month indicated that sharing of resources, a combined administration, and a full-on merger were all under consideration. Concerned parent and former Discovery Center employee Gabrielle Wayman says she's worried that a decision to close the current facility and move its exhibits to Roberson has already been made.
A worst case scenario, and I would understand that in times of financial stress or other needs that could be an option, that could be a required outcome. I don't see or hear anything that says that we're at that point yet, and that's what I'm concerned about.
To that end, Wayman has started an online petition which garnered over 1,000 signatures in a matter of just a few days and has been sent to local, state, and federal representatives asking for greater transparency. Stonehey says the discussion timeline agreed upon with NICON calls for stakeholder engagement, which is scheduled to begin next month. She says that by combining forces, they can create a more sustainable organization that both maintains and builds upon the current programming.
The vision of these affiliation talks are to create a single, sustainable, multi-generational educational space that brings together all of these wonderful cultural assets we have in the community, brings together talents and community support.
Stonehey says the Roberson location on Front Street is also more accessible for disadvantaged and minority children. The Community Foundation for South Central New York is one of 4 local funders providing money for the NICON process. Executive Director Diane Brown says nonprofits need to think differently in an era of shrinking population and fewer large corporate givers.
If you've got a thoughtful, careful board of directors, and I believe both those organizations do, and you're sitting down with a similar organization as yours to discuss the possibility of some sort of affiliation, I think you're doing exactly the right thing given the current atmosphere.
The current timeline has the task forces making their recommendations on an affiliation to their respective boards by January 1st. And please note that our story did contain video taken prior to the COVID-19 pandemic. The Discovery Center and Roberson have created a website to answer questions people may have about the affiliation talks. It's buildingsustainablemuseums.org.